Good afternoon, everyone. So the last session was, and all of you who were here, was actually on ICT. So let's see where this session takes us. Having said that, as you know, the duty of the chair is to see that we kind of stay on track and address the issues that are on hand. So in terms of format, this is what I'm going to propose. I'll quickly set context in a couple of minutes, and then we'll have our esteemed panelists here who can come up and take about 5 to 7 minutes. I know that we are running horribly late, and I don't think we have the latitude of being delayed because we are running into the last session, which is the valedictory. So I would request all the panelists to keep it sharp, brief, to the point, and if possible, to address the issue. And the topic is the role of the private sector and how the private sector can leverage the educational opportunities and vice versa, how the education space and the industry at large can leverage the private sector. This is and has been a trending topic for a number of years. There's a lot of emotion attached to the advent of or the inclusion of the private sector in the educational industry. Let us explore why, and especially the for-profit organizations. Somehow profit and education don't seem to go together in India. There have been several experiments around the world, some highly successful, some not so. I'm sure with the panelists here, we will be looking at whether that model works for India now, and if yes, what are the factors that would expedite that? Will it solve all the problems? Will it solve some of the problems? So the previous session talked about technology as a great enabler and how it would solve problems, and many of the problems. And this session is around the private sector and whether, and let's explore to see from the views and the debate that will ensue whether the private sector can play a large role, and I'm sure it can. I think the question really is how. And that's what we need to figure out. Having said that, in terms of timing, about 5 to 7 minutes, I would also request the panelists, we have had a lot of analysis over these conferences and in this conference as well. I will quickly set context, but if we can get down to specifics, and most importantly, if there are examples, real examples, where we have seen what worked and what didn't work, so that there is a real learning and a real actionable that can ensue. So I would request the panelists to try and do that, and the analysis can be kept to the minimum, or at least to the amount that we already are there. Before coming to this conference, what I did was I tweeted, on this topic to get views from the industry and the world at large over the web, and just so that some of these would be triggers. And I got a lot of responses from around the world, of course from India and from US. And what I will do is read out 1 or 2 of them, and that will also be triggers for the panelists to respond to or address. Okay, so this one's from actually a good friend, Gil Taran. Gil is the Chief Executive Officer of iCarnegie. iCarnegie is an affiliate of the Carnegie Mellon University in US, and the job of iCarnegie is to commercialize the IP that Carnegie Mellon produces. And so Gil's answer to my tweet was, one of the main issues is to close the industry education gap. We need to involve industry in defining educational programs to ensure relevancy. So how can the private sector participate, and how do we leverage it? So the one thing is for private sector to get involved, and the question is how in setting the curriculum. This one was from group manager iPrimed Education Solutions, Kanchan Arora, and she said, in India, most of the educational curriculum is input-driven. It should be output-driven, something I think would be interesting to debate. Very quickly, I'll talk of some others, but as usual, a lot of the comments and tweets that came in are around what's the problem. I think we're all seized of the problems. And in this session, I would urge the panelists to talk as much as they can from their deep and varied experience in terms of solutions. Okay, so that is the context. I think we all know all the statistics. And before I start the panel, and everyone comes here and makes their presentation, I don't think we're in a very good situation. Whatever said and done, I mean, the Indian educational system is not working. And the numbers are dismal, okay? And unless we realize this fact and look at the numbers, I don't think the interventions would be at a rate that they should be. We all know our GER is way below even other developing countries or even the world average at about 13%. Developed countries average is 45, and the developing countries is in the 20s. We all know that we have the largest number of educational institutions in the world, and yet what is the quality? We know that in adult literacy, India ranks 128 in the world of nations. In the Human Development Index, India ranks in the hundreds, okay? And so I think, and I can go on, and I think the conference has gone on and on about the state of affairs. Now, given that we want the GER to be 30% by the year 2020, which is the target, given the fact that so many, the demographic divide is in our advantage, given that the rest of the world is aging, and given that there is so much of unskilled and unemployable youth, what is the role that the private sector can play very specifically to help alleviate the situation and get things back on track? I think the next 5 to 10 years is going to be very critical from a global competitiveness point of view for India, and for the growth and to attain the GDP growth and the competitiveness in the world. The educational system is so critical and so core to that process. So I'd like to hand this over to the panelists, and I'd like to have Vivek to start this off. Vivek, a very quick introduction. I know we're horribly out of time. Vivek's been in the education business for many years, is the CEO of Liquid. Before this, he started eGurukul, and has been right there and actually championing using of technology for instruction and learning around English. So a very quick introduction, Vivek. I'll urge you to jump right in and tell us about what you feel. Thank you. Come.